people fighting my soul. I don't know what to do. Almighty God. Almighty, my rest on you. Follow it. Follow it. You are our protection. Whatever people do not go in. Follow your own step. Holy, Holy Spirit, forget it.
We have response by Ambassador Nyumah Boakai.
So now the former Vice President Nyumah Boakai is about to give his remark, and whatever you join us, I want to say thank you for joining us as we listen to the former Vice President.
Thank you. Please have a seat. And those of you who have seated. I want to thank God for being here today, being back home. Let me recognize members of the high table, Liberian, Boakai, the chairman of the party, the Tape, our Honorable Demand, the Vice Chairperson of the party, all of our Honorable Tape. I want to thank all of you for being here. Long son, how are you? And I want to say good evening to all of you. You know, one of the problems I have is to see people take their time, stand on the road, to do all of these things, and you say, who am I going to do this? And I just want to thank God for this trip and for coming back safely. The trip started with an offer from some friends. I was called one day to say somebody wanted to buy you a round-trip ticket, business class. You bring one aide and one person to come to the States. You know, I feel so comfortable here that sometimes I don't want to go anywhere. But who are you to refuse such an offer? And so we made up to thank Nyumah all the time to go through the future, to work on the ticket, the trip arrangement, and all of this. It was a huge work, arranging with the embassy and everything. I want to thank her very well for the time she put into that. And thank all of you who supported this trip. Friends of mine in the States, I want to thank Henry Costa and his team. The United States, in Minnesota, Delaware, and all the places we went. I want to thank God for them. You know, people do not know, and I'm sure we are limited as human beings. But people don't know how much burden I carry in my heart as a president for this country. You will never know. It is not trip for trip's sake. There is not a trip I have made out of this country that is intended to ask for anything for myself. Some of these things that you saw happening, we've been working on them a long time. We build friendship on the basis of the need of our country. Nothing for me. So today, I'm so happy to see all of you, and I was happy that you didn't go to the airport and know the issues of running, going on the traffic. And I'm happy that you people decided to be here, and I thank you all for it. We want to congratulate all of those persons who ran on CPP ticket and won. I want to congratulate them and all those who succeeded and willing to serve their country. I only wish that when we say to serve our country, that we really take it from the heart. We know our country's brother, and that should be the first and foremost in our mind. We left here on the last day of last month, stopped over in Ghana, where we connected, and we were met at the airport. Henry Costa, a number of Liberians who were wishing us well. They had made an arrangement, housing, everything, of course. And they said the interview was conducted at my residence. And we said, oh, it's me buying houses. I don't have house, I don't have saving anywhere else. But I can use the same argument when you're in the state and they say, we went to visit you at your hotel room, and I mean, you own a hotel room. But that's not the big thing. We were in a place, and it was good that we had it. Because from the day we entered, the Liberians from Philadelphia, from all over, it was like day and night, day and night. This was quite an exclusive white people area where there didn't like 30 people, but you couldn't keep the Liberians in. From about 3 o'clock when they leave work, our house was full. And we'll see there, the food, the people bringing gifts, and they wouldn't count who was doing what. The Liberians were on board. I want to thank all of them in the diaspora who came there to wish us well, to bring us gifts, and to share their joy by being there. Of course, from there we attended service, and this time around, everything is public. I went to a church where I didn't know who the pastor was. But it looked like the sermon was me. God had to call me up. I prepared questions, 3 questions for me to answer. I brought him the first one. Is it true that you left an office with $2 million there for a successor? Is it? So there are all these questions that stood up. They thought that the whole sermon was about me. I don't deserve all of it, but I think our record. The pastor used our occasion to challenge other people to serve their country in that spirit. Of course, the next day was the town hall meeting in Philadelphia. I had been warned that Philadelphia was not a friendly place. That was abstract for opposition. In fact, I was told that many Liberians who wanted to run never went to Philadelphia, that they were always afraid. But you know, for me, I only have one truth to tell anybody. I'm not afraid of anywhere. I'm not afraid of any interview, because I know what I want to say and I know what I believe. So we went there. They had a prepared topic. Before we got to the church, the topic was, the paper was missing. I didn't find out who had it. So I said, well, let me go and talk. And of course, all of you witnessed. All I always tell people that the truth is the truth. Once you encounter me one-on-one, I disarm you. And I reach out all of them. Before we left there, all of the opposition that stood online were dropping. And at the end of it, it was like a church pastor calling for people who were there to give their lives to God. By the time they asked, they had gone with 4 people in mind who wanted to join the Unity Party. When the call was made, I think we have more than 40 people who who came out to join Unity Party. And I'm told that the number of people that appeared at that program, that's the first time they have seen that number of people. So God was with us. We had a very good program and we met. And that was after the church service. Of course, we visited offices of personalities talking about our country, the problem we have, the future of the young people, the future of our people, our country. Of course, then we left from Minnesota. I had not planned to go to Minnesota, but before we went to Minnesota, you know, there has been a dispute in Minnesota. Same old Liberian problem. We were forcing and dragging. We brought them. The house was full. All of the people, the president, the chairman that they overthrew, and then he himself was there, all his people, everybody was there. At the end of it, we resolved the matter. And even though they overthrew him, they deposed him, and they said it was an act of the committee. But then his power was restored on that day. And I wonder, which committee was it that they consulted to restore him there right away? But that wasn't the problem. The problem that people were angry. For God in heaven's sake, we need peace among our people, especially if we know the problem we have here. And I wonder why people spend a lot of time fussing. And one of the stories I told them was a story of a father who took a piece of plank and gave it to his son. And he said, every time you get angry, put one meal. The first day the boy put 37 meals. Before the end of the week, he had the whole plank filled with nails. And the father said, you see, so every time you get pleased, take out one of the nails. He took out the nails. And the father said, look at the bowl. You see the spot you left on that bowl? That's what happened when people fuss. If you abuse each other, you leave scars. And I told them that story. We leave scars. When we corrupt, we take money, use the people's money to put children down. We leave scars, and children cannot go to school, and we expect a good country. We leave scars every time we don't do the right thing for our country, and we wish to be in other countries. So we resolve the matter, we restore the chairman. It was on the basis of not doing it the right way. When people leave, they can be removed, but let them be removed because otherwise, tomorrow, what happens to you? So we resolved that. So for that reason, I don't want to go to Minnesota because I thought we had handled the matter. So when the people talk, you listen. So they said to go to Minnesota, and then we went. They were very nice. We had another town hall meeting with a huge turnout. And you know, in all these town hall meetings, I was in a wheelchair, sitting down. You know, that's what people say. I was in a wheelchair for 3 hours. And you know, all the time you have people on the other side. We don't mind them. We believe in what we believe in. And God was helpful. Stood up, answered those questions, and we got a lot of commitment. There was not one meeting in which I was insulted, I was disrespected. Everybody was very supportive. I want to thank them. Then we had to go to Arizona. In Arizona, we have a lot of very, very good friends. We went there, we met the Speaker of the House, one of the most powerful, in fact, completely Republican state as the Speaker. We made very, very good commitment. And people tell you, when that Speaker says something, he means it. And he became a very good friend. Not only that he's a speaker, he's a sculptor. I saw some of the paintings that Dave took me around. I want to thank Dr. Sherman, Robert Sherman, and a very good friend we have, Mayor Hanna. You know, there are a lot of good people in the world. Mayor Hanna is a Black American whom I've known every time I've gone to Arizona. About 3 weeks before we went, he lost his wife. He had just spoken to me about 3 days. Next morning, his wife go to church, she couldn't wake up. Then, the very day I landed, he had lost his daughter. But that man was without foot to foot every office he went to speak on behalf of Liberia. We met university presidents talking about giving computers so that University of Liberia they can have online lessons with the university. I had signed 9 MOUs the last time I went to that state. One of the MOUs was to work with the Pediatric Medical College to help Nursing Association, to align with the Nursing Association in Arizona. The other one was that I should recommend 2 high schools, and they will collaborate with high schools in the state. One with an elementary school, the other was with the Ministry of Education. The other MOU was with the University of Liberia. There was another MOU to supply us computers, medical supply. Probably you saw me doing the whole setup of the medical supply, the equipment. The president and the CEO sat down there to tell us how his father was able to organize that project. They call it Project Q, where they have medical equipment of all kinds from everywhere that are donated. About 2,200 beds were donated. Some of these they are put. The problem is how to get in here. In the United States right now, they can't find truck drivers. They can't find containers because they have given the people so much money and some of them prefer sitting down. The same problem in the UK. So they don't have the drivers. To find a container is hard. So the items are there, we saw them, we told them, Liberia only medical supplies for our hospitals. Beds, we have arranged long before I made a trip. We met university, medical, science, for pharmacy, people who want to study pharmacy, and people who also want to study health sciences. We met them, and everybody is committed to working with Liberia. A lot of goodwill all over. We met university people. And they had a reception for us. In our reception, people who came from different countries, some from Liberia, some people from Nyumah. I'm fronting Nyumah because they show themselves out as people from Nyumah. And all of them, it's a lot of goodwill for Liberia. It was quite a busy trip. Every morning you get up 8 o'clock in the morning, it's like you're going to work. You come back 9 o'clock. All was about our country. And I feel so bad when you are in those cities, see the people's streets, wide roads. You know, I have this selfish feeling. Everything good I see, I say I want to in Liberia. So you just feel, you look at the street, how clean they are. Look at the people, the opportunities for the people. The speaker we met, we also met the Secretary of State, who was Sunday governor, and they are happy to see what they can do for Nigeria. These are people who have a budget of $600 billion. That's for a state. I don't know how many billions you have. But they have it, and the things are there. And they only want to see people with a good heart who are serious and committed to work with them, to have these things done. So it's possible to get a cooperation of our students to study online at those universities. All of these are possible. It's like people asking you to do these things. And when people are happy to do things for you, you can't feel tired. From the morning to night, we went around. And we have our friends there, Lando, and all the people helping to drive. The last place we went, we had to remain there to go check our luggage. And there are certain things that happen that you know that God is in there. And then you always telling me you didn't know what kind of oil my mother rubbed on my head. Well, one of the places, everywhere we move, we had excess baggage. But a man saw them wave and think, he doesn't know us, white American. And he said, I'm going to pay for that excess. Unfortunately, somebody had put their credit card in the machine, they couldn't come up. So the credit went on that card. They have to wait 1 hour and a half to pick it up, to take the credit, they put it on his card, and they pay for our excess. I don't know how that happened. The other place where we were again, we sat down to eat at the airport. The other guy was just listening. He got to know our former Vice President, and he said, I'll pay for the food. He took photo. He said, maybe I'm taking photo with the next president, and I hope. I mean, the food was all over. Maybe we don't know, but when your heart is clear, and you have a desire that is sincere, worth it. If you don't believe it, it's up to you. I got in the plane to come back from New York. I must have played our plane and I wept. The simple reason is I can't believe how some people don't see the suffering of other people. Why they can't understand that other people have needs. They don't want to grab and grab and grab and grab. It doesn't make sense to me. But if people are like that, they always want to grab, grab. Even the little things that should go to the other people. I want to thank people like my brother Ben. People always ask, why you, with this question, why you? Yes, I don't know who in this country, all of us have sinned and have come short. But people amplify other people's wrongdoing so much, I hate to say, and they are even doing worse. Liberians, we have to learn to work in the interest of our people. Our country is far behind. Our people In many countries, a young lady, maybe 30, 40 years, they got a car, they drive decently. And when the people are living a decent life, their heart becomes decent, they even respect God. When people are suffering, this is what you think about God. Because sometimes they believe, what kind of God am I serving? We had the first day we arrived in Arizona, there's a senator there, Senator Taylor, who said, you will come to my house, I will cook for you, and I will serve you, that was the first place we went that Sunday. God has been very kind to us, showing us a lot of favor, because God knows that our heart is everything we think about for our country, for our young people, for even our men, people who have worked years, they have never benefited from this country. And so the travel was outstanding. Everywhere we went, there was a lot of goodwill. And I don't know when the walk distances, when you get up to go in, for your departure, then you have to walk. So for those people who think that I need a wheelchair, I'm sorry for them. I was everywhere and I walked, because the God we serve, He knows the heart of man. He took us all over. We have a lot of goodies. We can make a lot of connections for our country, our people. The people open their doors to have meetings late just to tell you, we see you, we are ready to work with you. And the doors are open. I want to thank all of you who pray for us, all of you who wish us well, all of you. I don't care where you come from, who you are, what party you belong to. We are a team. If your interest is in moving our country forward, that's right. Thank you. That's how we are. So we are back. And all of these, the other people, like when I went to the Nursing Association, they said, about 5 years ago, you signed this MOU. What else do we do? We said, let's renew it so that we can begin to move people to work with you. People are willing and ready to work with us. I didn't go over there to go solicit for anything. And of course, for those who are wishing evil and surprised, I did my medical check. I was sitting in the car. They called me and said, you are in very good health. And everybody you'd be foolish to go to the state and don't check yourself, where you have all the opportunities. We did that. We got a clean bill of health. Even Henry Costa was there, he was just bouncing up. We are well, we are strong, we are capable, and ready to lead this country. To lead this country, to make sure that our people will see the good life, our youth will have a future. It's not about ourselves. I do it for myself, I think I'm for long. And God is going to grant us that wish. Because Liberia needs it. Liberia, all of you that are here and beyond, we need to have good life, good education, good hospital facilities, good roads. For 174 years, what reason do we give? And when you have that heart, and God knows it, He give you the strength. He opened doors for you. And God has opened those doors. So I want to thank all of you again for being here this evening. Thank Mrs. Boakai for holding over. And all the good things I've already started seeing around. Then, thank you, all of you. The chairman and I had a very good discussion. The meetings he has held here, and we'll pursue them. I think you saw some of the places where people who were not even for us, one of the guys who spoke last in Minnesota, Barney Saki. Barney didn't just speak, he came by the hotel to talk to me. People who want to see their country, they want to come home. They want to come home. But the home must be there for them to come back. And that's what we're working for, so that God will help us to give our people the reason and the courage to come home. And those that are home will live a life that is dignified, that people will respect them. And other places over us, all the countries that over us today, they are doing better than we are. We will not stop at anything until we pray to God to see that our country is liberated, our people will have good life, they too will be proud. Liberians are proud people and we have to work towards it. So let me say thank you again for being here this evening. Thank you for taking the time. I don't deserve what you're doing. I'm just one human being, but God worked through humans. And my mission and commitment is to make sure our country will be free and our people will live a dignified life. So help me God, as I say. Thank you again. God bless you all.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say wherever you're joining us, thank you for joining us. That was the voice of the former Vice President, the chairman for CPP and the flag bearer for the Unity Party, who was making this remark here about his trip